is Off Track with Hinch and Rossi.
Officially, hello and welcome to a live show of Off Track with Hinch and... Yeah, it still applies, guys. Not here yet. Again, we got to give him a little bit of leeway. Rossi has been busy
he's got
today.
the real job out of us.
He's busy today, driving in circles. Can't be that hard. Tim.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Not bad. I got in this morning. Okay, I had a new travel experience. I haven't told you about this yet.
Oh, well, this is a travel podcast, so please go ahead.
Okay, so I flew in on the red eye last night to get here for this.
Terrible idea, by the way.
Terrible plan. I don't know why.
You could have left like Saturday.
Well, no, it was a big daughter weekend. So I had the red eye out last night because I had a big weekend with my daughter. There was the father-daughter dance. It was my birthday that you forgot last week. It was International Day at the school that I volunteered at. So I take the red eye out last night. I get on the plane. It's a little warmer than I'm expecting, so I'm wearing my hoodie, and I'm like, I'm going to take my hoodie off before the flight. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Have you guys ever had that where you take a sweater off and it clings to the shirt underneath?
Yeah, for sure. Every time.
So, by the way, Alex is here.
Hey-o!
He looks thrilled to be here, everybody. Ask him about his horse's name. So I take the hoodie off when I sit down in the seat. People are still boarding. I'm like row 10. Just grab either chair. I'll turn your mic on. And my entire shirt came off.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Your entire shirt.
My entire shirt.
Stop halfway
I
through.
I didn't realize what was going on.
How
I
do you
took
not
the sweater.
feel that?
I don't know.
So you're standing there.
No. I was
now
sitting
over
in my
your-
chair. I'm in row 10 as people
You're
are
on the
boarding,
plane.
and I'm just fully shirtless. And then, but it got tangled in the sweater, so I couldn't put the sweater back on, and I couldn't get the shirt out.
Why is his mic so loud?
It was like, is my mic really loud?
I think
can't
it's just
tell.
him.
Okay.
Or yours is too
Is that
quiet.
better?
You got to turn his up a little bit.
Okay.
Alex is a soft speaker.
Got it. Is that better?
So, that's too loud.
That's too loud.
So I was there for about a solid 40 seconds, just shirtless on the plane, trying to figure out how to get the shirt out of my hoodie.
Throw you out?
I was convinced I was going to be
For sure.
And then I tried to say to the guy next to me that was embarrassing. No eye contact, nothing. He was just like, nope, don't drag me in on this. Don't drag me in this thing. And then I was like, all right, sorry, everybody's gonna sleep the whole time. They'll forget about it. There was a baby screaming the entire flight, so everybody was awake, and I felt judged the whole time. So it was a new travel experience.
1,000%. Dude, people are telling this same story right now to their friends. Dude, I was on this flight from LA, and this guy just took his shirt off.
It honestly gets worse. Right as I get it back on, somebody comes down and goes, "Them."
No.
Yep.
No.
Flight to Indianapolis.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
If you're listening, whoever that was, please add us. Please tag us on some tweet or post or something. I need to know.
Because, this isn't ideal anyway. And I don't know if you guys have listened,
For those listening at home, he's just pointing at himself.
At myself in general. I have a lot of dumb tattoos that were on display.
Wild.
Yeah. What's that? We sent a little sidebar, which we do often, usually by a text message. Tim hates it when we text without him.
I hate when anybody does anything without me.
You have the
FOMO.
worst case of FOMO of anybody I've ever met.
All right, I'll shut up because Alex is here and we just started.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Rossi, welcome to the party.
Hello.
So, why were you late, bros? That's pretty rude.
You're lucky I'm here, quite frankly.
I don't know. We were doing pretty well without you.
I can leave.
No, we don't want you to go. How was your day?
Fine.
You might as well go. All right, Monday practice.
Fine, yeah.
You're back in race trim. No, forget that. Let's go back to qualifying.
Great.
Yeah. This is our Thursday episode, right? We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to.
Did we review the latest 100 days?
We did. You did not.
Okay. Was it good?
The show or the podcast?
No, the show.
Show was great. Podcast.
Yeah, I haven't seen the episode.
Who liked
yet.
episode
cool.
4 of Who's watching 100 Days Cindy? By round of applause. Okay.
So that was the episode where all the stuff came out, right?
Yeah.
So it was good that you weren't there because we had to talk about it.
Right. Hilariously, on Fast Friday, there was a snake in turn 1, right? And I was around it. I didn't hit it, but it was there. And so in a group chat we had, one of our friends is a spotter in turn 1. And he was like, oh, check this out. This must have fallen out of Joseph's car. which I thought was hilarious.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. And then Raz drove right over that
Yes.
thing and smoked it.
Correct.
Oh.
Big snake, man.
It was not small.
It was not a small snake.
We found
like
one
I
on
thought
our-
it was a drive shaft.
Dude, we found one on our front porch last night.
That sucks.
I don't like Indiana having snakes. I
Yeah.
didn't move here for snakes.
Dude, they have everything. We have everything.
Yeah.
Snakes, rodents,
Don't have gators.
Cicadas.
right? Cicadas.
That's fine. I don't
termites.
mind those.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Anyways, so yes.
let's go all the way back.
right.
Qualifying weekend, you drew just terrifically.
I disowned my father for like 24 hours.
Yeah, that's a fair move. So obviously we do the draw on Fast Friday after.
I know it was
everything.
so upsetting about that. And it didn't end up being his fault. It was the team's fault. But I had asked Allie, who is one of our social media people, to kind of go, very similar to what Andretti actually ended up doing, to like go do, because they love their social media, right? To go take her phone and like record the whole thing, and we were going to make a bit out of it, whether it was good or it was bad. And so she texted me like 3 minutes before, because I was like, pick 1 to 9. And she texted me like 3 minutes before being like, haha, funny joke. Like, thanks for setting me up. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, your dad's doing it. And I was like, no, he's not. Sorry. No, he's not. But that's what I said. And I was, it all had, because then he was on TV. And I was like, why is he there? And then he picked 34th. So the things I said to him. And he
We'll
was
post some screenshots of the text message
he
conversation
was
between us
so
and his dad.
confused because he was like, well, Lauren from the team asked me to do it. And I was like, no, she didn't. Thinking that because he had done it last year, like he had volunteered himself to do it again this year. Because to be fair, bless his heart, that is something my dad would do. But anyways, it turns out that my dad did nothing wrong. Allie did nothing wrong. The team, anyways. So he drew 34th. He thought I was mad at him because he picked 34th. I was more mad that our social media thing went out the window. But anyway, so yes, we had a terrible draw,
Big social media guy.
which meant that,
The people's champion.
it actually didn't matter when we went, which was kind of, we were like, all right, we're last, so we might as well pick and choose when we want to go because we're not
I
we're
love
not
this.
subject to anything.
I love
we
what
can
you guys
literally
did.
go when we want. So we just kept the cars in the garage. It turned out Saturday morning that really none of our draws mattered because Callum was early, got disqualified. Pato was going, or Kyle went and had oh, there he is, Ev Dog. Had a plenum event, and so his run sucked. And then Pato was in line right when Kyle got disqualified, or Callum got disqualified, so they're like, no point running him. So around 34th, the time when I would have went 34th in line, no Aaron McLaren's car had a time anyways. So it was all
Worked out.
it was all irrelevant.
Okay, so
Anyways.
let's pretend that Callum got to keep his time,
Sure.
right? The decision that you guys made, I love because I think Hunter Ray did the same thing. He'd drawn
He was
maybe like
33rd
30th
or 32nd.
yeah, something like that. And why don't you explain the benefit of sitting in the garage, knowing you were going to be last anyway? So you get one guaranteed attempt, right? Everybody knows that. So if you miss your spot in line, that's considered your guaranteed attempt. So you no longer have a guaranteed attempt, fine. But with only 34 cars trying to qualify, not 44 or more cars trying to qualify, we knew that line was going to be through at about 2 o'clock, right? There are rules that apply to cars that are in line to qualify. If you're sitting in your garage, there are no rules. And so I assume this was part of the mindset behind your guys' decision to keep the car in the garage, cool, could still make setup changes based on what you guys saw rather than sit out there.
Yeah, correct. I mean, there was no point for us
Figured
to
on.
go sit in line and be forced to run 34th when yeah, exactly. We could just pick it, like I said, pick and choose our time. The car could be in the condition that we wanted. There was no point choosing and committing to a setup. Like we were going to go into lane 1 anyways. Because
you had nothing.
We had
so
nothing.
apart from the massive cheating scandal that you guys were involved in with
Wait,
all
who
your
cheated?
completely illegal cars that got disqualified from tech.
Right.
Aside from that,
right.
did you
Nobody
make
cheats an IndyCar. That's never happened.
Thank you. So my question is, did you actually make any setup changes based on, again, apart from making your car legal, because it was right. Did you utilize the fact that you were in the garage and weren't pigeonholed into whatever setup 2 hours before the qualifying started?
No.
So it was,
Dude, we haven't
Cool.
changed anything all month because anything we've changed
That's a
has
good
sucked.
but that's good. Like,
No, it's great.
dude, we talk about this all the time.
No, I know, but like we haven't even gone down that path. It's just been try something, now take it off. Try
So
something,
it's like
take it
one
off.
back.
No.
One back. You're not like developing something and
no,
then circle
that's a lie.
back?
That's a lie. We have changed one thing that we thought that'll never work for like the race running.
But let's try it.
And it's worked.
Okay.
And it's something that we tried. You'll probably deduce what it is. But so we tried it in Sunday morning, like Fast 12 qualifying practice.
Yeah.
Because we were like, man, we're out of things to really go quicker.
Right.
But we can try this, and it's going to come with a balance offset and all that, and all that sort of thing. And like, it was too much in the practice, so we were like, man, we can't risk it going into qualifying. But it's been good in race running. It's been good in traffic to try and help with kind of all of the issues that come on with running deep in a pack and everything. So I think there is some speed in it for next year, but we just didn't have enough time to really unlock it in Sunday morning practice.
Right. Okay. So your Saturday run
Yep.
that you eventually did,
Yep.
pretty solid.
Yep.
Happy with that.
Yep.
You did go back out.
Yep.
Was that you see what I work with? You have to f***ing deal with every time.
No, it's just how you're always right. Becky, take note.
Look, me, Evan,
mean, he's
everybody's
pretty
been
right.
saying it for years. That's gonna bite me later. Was the purpose of going back? So when you went out, you were P4, right?
Yeah.
So, and in the heat of the day, all that stuff. Was the purpose of going back out testing for
Yes.
Fast 12, Fast
Yes.
6, because whatever?
Right.
Did you learn anything in that
Yes.
second run? Okay. You went faster.
Yes.
So that's good. Why don't you just tell me about your day?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me about, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, no,
you're right.
James, you're
right.
an idiot.
No, I'm
Like,
leading.
yes.
I'm leading the witness.
Yes,
I
yes.
apologize. I
Okay.
You want
apologize.
me to go over my Saturday? It was pretty pleasant.
What do you,
Sure
I
don't.
guess, what are you getting at? No, we were not fast enough to beat them. So,
No, of course
everything-
not.
No, well, don't say that.
No, I don't mean that in a dick way. Like,
Because honestly, we thought we were until the end. Because they were just playing games,
Here's
which
the-
really pisses me off.
I do love this. One of your interviews, you were just like, "Yeah, I'm getting really sick and tired of all this Penske
I'm
front row
so
walkout
sick of it
stuff."
still. Like, and not to any of their discredit. Like, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. They've just been chirping all month. And, well, frankly, for a couple months, Will's been saying, oh, a Penske car is going to be on pole, blah, blah, blah. And it's fine if the media does it. It's really annoying when a driver does it. However, they backed it up. So you can't be that mad about it. We're just...
You'd still be a little mad about it.
Yes, just not that mad about it.
Yeah.
So we were just working through our process. We knew where there was performance to come. We knew what we still had in the bag. It was probably naive of us to think that we were the only ones that were going to take a step in the Fast 6. So that's kind of where we were at. And it was our best foot forward. There's nothing we could have done differently to change the outcome. If we had put more downforce on, we would have been fourth. Too trim, we were fourth. In the middle, we would have been fourth. Like, there was just really nothing.
You had the fourth fastest car.
We were the fourth fastest car.
was just kind
End
of
of
it.
discussion. Yeah.
Because after the top 12, you said we have a little something.
And
gonna
we
do.
did.
Right.
Yeah, and so we knew. So we were at a downforce level, and because of everything that had gone on Saturday, there was a pretty big directive that came from Chevy that was do not shift, and so meaning shift during the run, so you could get up to your kind of run gear, and they were like, you're allowed to do one downshift through the run. So if that means you do one lap in sixth or 2 laps in sixth, you can go down to fifth, but once you're there, you're done. Like, you're riding the limiter then for the rest of the run. So make your one downshift, choose it wisely, sort of thing. So that's kind of where we were at. We did the first Fast 12 attempt in fifth the whole way. We knew the Penskes were doing it in sixth. We knew we had to trim to get to their sixth, and so that's what we tried to do.
So I'm going to ask questions you can answer or not as you're allowed.
Nobody shush that dog. That dog is the best part of this show right now.
There's a an atypical gap between the Penske cars and the rest, right? Like you did, again, I love that you guys peeled downforce off with the Fast Six. You got a decent first lap.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. Because, I mean, considering McLaughlin's third lap was still better than our first.
No. His was considerably better. But just up to everyone else in that point, it was a good first lap.
He's better looking. Sorry, I thought we were just...
He's got the accent. That helps. That helps.
I misread the situation. I thought we were doing something else
That's
here.
so unlike you. You're normally so tuned in to the social cues that we're all giving you.
I think Alex might kill me. This is the face we got at his wedding when we couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, man, that was so funny in hindsight that we didn't screw anything up. But, yeah, at the time it wasn't good. Sorry, pal. Anyway, back on topic. Stop it.
Remember when you asked what happened to Bus Bros? Probably this.
All right, get to the end so people can get involved.
Right. So, we kind of started with people involved, but they'll probably have more questions now that you're here. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Something that I can't answer. You led with that.
Yeah. So they're like uncomfortably and unreasonably quicker than everybody else, which is super annoying.
Okay. Just in qualifying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't say yeah. We're talking about.
Get to the point.
Monday. Relax, bro. For a guy that showed up late, he's very anxious to get out of here. So, is my understanding?
Is anyone else waiting? Like
no, I'm not doing it.
I don't understand.
So here's the what I don't. Okay, so Indy, right? It's if you from the 2.5 miles, if there's 4 laps.
I'm gonna go pet that dog.
Okay, all right. So you're with orange looks great on. So is the belief that Penske's advantage is the feeling in the paddock that Penske's advantage is something mechanical, aero, handling? Like, is it mechanical resistance?
No, let's be quite honest. It is taking Penske is a team that is very proficient at everything that they do.
Yes.
In every facet. Okay, they were
except explaining scandals, but yes,
they were missing something in particular at the speedway in qualifying for 5 years.
Right.
They purchased it. So they took whatever was
they purchased
good. Him, right? So it's the exact same thing that happened for those that follow NASCAR, right? Furniture Row and Martin Truex for so long, right? Were kind of the satellite team to Joe Gibbs Racing, right?
And
they had a lot of their own budget, right, to do their own R&D, to do their own wind tunnel stuff. They had one of the best drivers at the time in Truex, but they were getting help from JGR, right? It's the same thing that happened. Team Penske has 3 of the best drivers on the grid. They have the best funding. They have the best resources. They have the best car build, right? But there was something that they were not understanding of how to exploit this generation of car, right? And now they have that. So now they have everything that they had that was good, plus whatever secrets that they hadn't figured out yet.
This kind of reminds me of like there was an era when we had multiple engine manufacturers in IndyCar. This is so pre this current generation, it was Honda was the exclusive manufacturer for a while. Before that, there was Toyota, Honda, Ford.
Don't ask me, bro.
People,
no idea.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention back then.
I remember Lotus is never.
Nobody
finishing a
cares.
Race.
So
It's hurtful.
in that time, Ganassi had what was at the time the less competitive motor.
Yep.
Andretti had very much the dominant motor.
Sure.
And they were winning everything.
Yep.
And then as soon as they went to the same motor, what you immediately saw was the team that had so much power they didn't really have to work on their cars too much fell back. And the teams that had been optimizing the car because the motor sucked just started dominating.
Right.
So the same philosophy.
I'm sorry, let's call a spade a spade. Why would Team Penske partner with AJ Foyt Racing?
Because AJ Foyt Racing hired a particular person and immediately became way faster at the speedway.
The one area they were lacking.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you think they're relying on them for help at Iowa?
Sure don't.
Right.
I think we're ignoring everything Santino brings to the table.
Guys, this isn't a bad thing. It's exactly what
Everybody
happens
else would do.
Right,
Yeah.
up and down the paddock, and that's just the reality of it. And it's up to us now to we might have already what Foyt has, but now we have to get better in the areas that Penske
in the
is already
other
good
areas,
at.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they had that advantage. 100%. Okay. So, all right. So that was qualifying. Excellent job. Inside second row. What's the best you've started here?
Third.
Okay. So not quite the best, but close.
Close.
Yeah. And I'm being a best in class, which is
Sweet.
yeah. And then today. So today switched back to race running. I know you were very confident in your car earlier in the week in
Yes.
race running. How did it feel today?
Fine.
If you say fine, I'm gonna.
No, good. I mean, I think that the benchmarks earlier in the week were Pato, me, Scott, Colton, and I think now it's me,
Colton, Scott,
Colton, Scott, Alex, Joseph.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He looked good out there.
normal contenders.
Yeah. I didn't really see that as much from my seat, but you see more than I
Yeah,
do
he's
from down there. Okay.
Power's pretty good.
Yeah. You'd expect.
I think actually Scott took a little bit of a step back and Will took a step forward. In the
I would
heat.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Because Scott did look pretty sporty earlier in the week and
Yeah.
was less standout-ish.
Correct.
Colton looked very good.
Cool.
So how does something like that happen? Is that like adjustments they made to the car for quals? Or?
It's temperature, man.
Yeah.
Everything's
It
conditioned.
goes from
right?
98 degrees track temp to 120, and some cars excel.
Shine.
And
And
some cars.
I made the comment on the broadcast today. It's like Andretti Global is hoping that Sunday is 87 degrees and 123 degrees track temp.
Correct.
Because if it changes 5 degrees on either one of those in either direction, there's no promise, no guarantee that your car is going to be good. That's how sensitive.
Well, at least
it is.
Indiana weather's consistent.
Yeah, usually around this time of year, it's pretty solid. What's the rest of your week look like?
Way too busy.
Really?
Yes.
You don't get like tomorrow, Wednesday off?
No.
Because Thursday's media day. I know that.
Yes.
Okay. What do you have tomorrow? Are you coming to Burger Bash after this?
Yes.
Okay. Who's
Oh,
going
is
to
that,
Burger
is that a
Bash?
thing? Like,
Yeah, who's
I
going to
never heard
Burger
of it
Bash? Round of
until
applause.
now.
All
Until it was
everybody
added
else.
to my
Can I
calendar.
get
to
a
Burger-
ride?
Yeah, I'm
right.
going. So from here, we're going to go straight to Burger Bash. It's like right across the street.
Okay.
Gonna be good. Stay for
Sweet.
a little bit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Come say hi.
I have some tag stuff. I've got some Indy Zoo stuff.
Any zoo stuff?
Yeah, I'm the turtle guy.
Big turtle guy. Everybody knows that. Nope, don't elaborate. Don't elaborate.
I don't know what it is. I'm just there for a turtle race. I don't
Okay.
know.
How do you
Oh,
how
the
do you
turtle
keep
race.
getting brought into animal things with no knowledge of what your involvement is?
I know a lot about horses,
You're like,
bro.
I have a horse, don't know its name.
Yeah, what's its
I'm
name?
a turtle guy, don't know what that means.
Did you know the turtle's name? Because that'd be embarrassing.
No.
If you knew the turtle's name before you knew the horse's
don't.
name.
I don't.
Okay. Okay, so you know race some horses. I mean turtles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Okay, what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is hell yeah. We have a lot of European media interview windows. I have a tag event at Reese Nichols if anyone wants to spend some cash on some jewelry and some watches.
Drop the name Rossi for a 0% discount on all products at Reese Nichols.
I have to come here for some
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Wednesday you're racing turtles.
Yeah, and I have on my calendar dinner with Ev Dog and boys. Is that still a
Hey,
thing?
Dog and the boys. Hey yo.
Because you sent me a text last week that deets would be coming and no deets have come.
It's not Wednesday night yet. Yeah, you got time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably going to go see the Blue Angels movie in IMAX before that.
I'm sorry, what? There's
Evan,
a Blue Angels movie?
Yeah.
don't have my number?
We should make that a whole thing. We should include the Blue Angels movie in this little plan, Ev.
All right.
Did you know there's a Blue Angels movie in IMAX?
Guys, let's there's like 5 minutes left, 10 minutes, 15 minutes left. Should we
You are terrible at math.
Is there anything else we should actually talk about?
Figure it out.
Is there anything else we should talk about?
I mean, no.
Cool.
Does anybody have any questions for Alex?
What? I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
What does
so
that
it's
involve?
what is again? I'm
'Cause
going to repeat it into a
pretty-
microphone.
Huh? I'm pretty sure that I would lose. Pretty sure.
So the question was, if
Today.
somebody
I don't think
over
I'm that
50
good.
can
Yet.
beat Alex at pickleball, will he be the face of a team?
But what does it mean if I'm a face of a team?
Want to own a pickleball team, bro?
Will I get to know the name of the team? Hell yeah. Do I have to play? Cool. I'm in.
Oh, there it is. This is where deals get done, ladies and gentlemen, at the racetrack.
All righty.
At live podcasts.
Wait.
When's the pickleball court going in?
If anybody has a timeshare
The weather
opportunity
has not
next-
been very good for pouring concrete.
I know,
so
I'm aware, but like, is it on
this
the schedule?
summer, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
When
see.
there's an actual consistency in rain
yeah.
or lack thereof.
I know that concrete can't be poured right now. That's part of the reason that my dog ate 3 pounds of gravel today.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, what a little jerk.
You
Cute.
shut your mouth. He's perfect.
No, he's perfect. He's pretty cute. All right. Anyone else want to offer Rossi equity in their company? Oh, yeah, just saw a hand go up. So are you removing your hat or offering equity in your company? Oh,
This is going to become. This is Shark Tank.
yeah.
Except we have nothing to invest.
You have nothing to invest.
Sorry, we're not going to invest.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go.
What's up?
What's the one thing you would change about the Indy 500?
Great question.
The other three guys in front of him.
No. There's something. I'm just trying to think of it.
Casino night.
Oh, 100%.
That's what I would change.
Yes.
Casino night.
Yeah. There's a couple of those. Like, what's similar to Casino Night that's just...
So when is Casino Night? Just
It
to
already
catch everybody
happened.
up.
It's Fast Friday.
Yeah.
Fast Friday, you go to
I
the...
think Casino Night is by far the worst thing we have to do.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. That one's pretty bad.
Like, yeah,
Let's
like
eliminate
Community Day is pretty cool because you get to hang out with like some kids and like
Teach them about
teach
the
them
race
about
and
stuff. The parade sucks. I'm sorry. I really don't enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't like the parade.
Do you want to know
'Cause
what's bad for you?
What?
And you know this because you
I have
started
to
for-
wait
Dude,
a long time.
the better you start, the
Yeah.
longer that day is.
The public drivers mean's a little weird.
but it's not long. It's just
No.
you just sit there. Nobody's
It's shorter than it's been.
yeah. No one's paying
lately.
attention. You're
Yeah.
just like there's there's a real drivers meeting that happens,
Right.
Where actual questions get asked. And
Yes.
I guess that's what sucks about it is it's just ceremonial. Like
Right.
I mean this in the nicest way. It's just for you guys. Like it's just for the fans. It serves no purpose for drivers.
Right.
So you're just forcing drivers to sit out in the sun for an hour the day before a race. Like it kind of sucks.
So I would say Casino Night and public drivers mean are the two. Parade third.
Would you replace like the driver? Like you're not. I mean, Casino Night would have to be something completely unique and fun to be replaced.
No,
Right?
I just don't. So like St. Pete, we do a drivers meeting like an auditorium, and like people
Yeah.
are there. Like,
Yeah, true.
spectator-
Like the real drivers
the real
meeting.
one.
Yeah.
I have no problem with people coming to that.
Okay.
But why are we doing two and one fake one?
Right. Yeah. One like you've already done
Outside.
the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you
Correct.
just sweat your nuts off.
Tradition.
Before sitting in a car for 2 hours.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's what AJ.
100%.
That's what AJ Foyt
No,
did.
I get it.
goddammit.
I get it, but I'd still change it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Good question.
No.
What?
Yeah, but no,
No, money.
Not the same.
$3 million in a baby boar. Calm
Yeah.
down.
We're not doing this for tradition. I promise you that. That is not the motivation.
Oh, what's up, buddy? Yes. Hey.
Nailed it.
Hey, little guy. Why did you go to him? What the hell?
He knows. He knows.
He knows. Rude. We can give him back.
Probably.
What's the return policy on this thing? All right. Any more questions for yes, sir? Don't you say bus bros one more time. Okay. Everything. Speed.
I don't think anyone knows.
They don't know.
They
That's
don't
for
know.
sure.
Oh, man, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's very confusing. No.
It is very confusing when they put it like an entire. They call like the Indy recovery
I don't
plan,
get it.
right? Like
I don't
they
get it. Speaking to Graham, it seems that last year was pretty expected for a lot of reasons. This year, there was just, believe it or not, like a lot of anomalies lined up poorly against them. Like, no,
That's
because
a
like
practice,
that was
though.
just one singular event. Like there's several things that changed. Honda took a serious step back, or maybe they just didn't take the step forward. So I think he was like, man, this one is just unlucky. Last year was just very bad, if that makes sense. So it's crazy that it's happened to the same car 2 years in a row, but like
Do you want to know what's weird to me about that whole deal is like last year you had 4 right haul cars in the race, right? 3 of them ended up in the last row shootout. This year, and the one that wasn't was the one-off.
Right.
Catherine was in that car last year in the 44, and she was safely in the show on Saturday. The other 3 all had to go bump each other out of the race on Sunday. This year, Lundgaard was 27th.
No idea.
Not great. Fitty was like 30th.
No idea.
And then Graham was in the last row shootout. Takuma, who's in the 4th car, was in the top 12. If I'm Grant, no, this is a valid point. I'm glad you said that. Someone just said better engine, right? Because obviously Takuma's had Honda connections literally his entire career. And it's easy to go that conspiracy theory route, right? I will tell you.
Route? What is it? Route?
Get your kicks on Route 66. Get out of here.
Route.
That's how the French Canadians say it. So we also don't say that. But no, so I know how this works. Every engine's got a serial number, right? They all go into a pool from the engine manufacturers. The serial numbers are all sent to IndyCar, and then IndyCar assigns the serial numbers to, Alex is already grinning like he knows something I don't. In theory, this is how it works. IndyCar then randomly assigns serial numbers to teams. So it's very hard to predict which car, and by hard I mean impossible, to predict which car is getting which engine.
Yeah, and even so, even if there is an engine that would have been given to a specific person, like both manufacturers have like a tolerance of like plus or minus 2%. So that's not enough to be one car almost not in the race and the other one in the Fast 12.
Right.
So.
And that wasn't just conditioned. Like it wasn't like a bad luck.
Yeah.
It was so there's more to it. But like after last year, if I'm Graham, I'm like, all right, give me Catherine's tub and gearbox and uprights and floor, and like let's not even play this game.
Well, it was all new.
On Graham's car?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean better.
I'm aware.
I would rather have something I know ran well than like brand new everything.
Mm.
But that's just me. Because on that same note, wait, is this today's practice? Oh, that's irrelevant.
Brent, good call keeping that up. Brent was like, I'm not going to switch them all. I'm going to leave that up in case anybody wants to reference it. Totally right.
11th.
Overall, what?
He was 11th.
No, I know. No, sorry, I was trying to look for qualifying. I forgot that one.
Anyways.
Since then.
So we don't know. They don't know. You don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I'll solve this.
Any other questions before Tim starts thinking he can do stuff? Guys, real quick, before we wrap up, we'll take 1 or 2 more questions.
Can we wrap up 3 minutes ago?
No, we're gonna try and take 1 more question. But before we do, I just we got some people to thank. Who here enjoyed their day in the suite? So not really, huh? Okay, that's fair. Well, the food was provided by Jugs. Thanks to them. The beverages provided / sponsored by the owners of this suite, which is a lengthy list. Brent Cox at CPAs. This is
Those are your guys.
CPAS. I'm like
CPAs.
CPAS. Brad Schaefer from Prime 47, Indy Steakhouse. Mark Wise with Wise Financial, Northwestern Mutual Private Client Group. David Keeker with Northwestern Mutual, and Darren Hickey with Hub Insurance. Indy Custom Stone and Bin Scrub. We're Bin Scrub users. You're a Bin Scrub user.
Big Bin Scrub guy.
We heard of Bin Scrub through you.
You're welcome.
And the owners were here. They have since left, but thanks to them. Our bartenders, please a big round of applause for Tammy and Jordan, who have been keeping you guys well lubed up. And then IMS for letting us stay late. I don't know if you guys have looked at the window lately. I'm pretty sure we're the only people here that don't work for the Speedway or a race team. So that's pretty cool because we get the track to ourselves for a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to take your personal car and drive around the track, you will get arrested.
It'll be worth it.
It'll make the news.
It'll definitely
make
be worth
the news.
it. Yeah.
They will.
They will.
They will catch you.
They will do that.
They're pretty good at that.
We got concrete blocks that can put across the track, and then it's, you versus them. All right, before we let everybody, and I mean everybody, escape to the Burger Bash just down the road, any final questions for anyone on the panel?
Who's the pick for Rookie of the Year?
I mean, definitely Kyle.
It's got to be Larson. And it's not like,
it's not even close.
he qualified 5th. The next rookie is like
It's not even close.
16th or something.
Wait, Kyle, who?
And here's the thing, man. The term, well, yeah, he's pretty good at that. I think he's proved that time and time again. The thing about it is, Kyle might be a 500 rookie, and he might be a rookie to this style of racing, this type of car, all those things. The advantage that he brings in to this event, despite being, 10 years older and a professional racing at a professional level for a decade than most of the other rookies, is he has done more oval races. He's done twice as many oval races as Helio Castroneves has, right? That guy's been around for like 8,000 years. He's won this one 4 times, and Larson's
probably
done
more than twice.
double. Yeah, at least
Probably
twice.
like 6 times.
No, it's not that much.
No?
We did the math at some point. I don't know, probably on Twitter or something when they were talking about it. I missed it. But we've done the math on this. Like Dixon, Elio, whatever. These guys who've been around for 2 decades have less oval races. 500-mile races. We do 1 a year. Kyle does like a dozen at least a year.
Which one do you guys do?
I hate you so much. So he comes with this approach and mentality to 500-mile races, to long races. And again, for him, this is a short race. Because I don't know if you know this, we do 500 miles a lot faster than those guys do 500 miles, right? So a 500-mile race in a Cup car is like a 4-hour event. This is going to be 2.5, 3 hours. Kyle hopes because he wants to make his chopper out of here. That kind of experience is priceless. And we saw it when Kurt came and did the 500 back in 2014. And it's a conversation I'll never forget that I had with Montoya when he came back after his stint in Cup. Right? He'd already won the 500. He was an IndyCar champion. He came back. He did his first 500. Back then, we did 3 500-mile races, right? We did Pocono, we did California, and obviously here. He came 5th in Indy his first year back, and he was like, okay, if I knew what I knew about these cars at the start of that race, I would have won it. He's like, I'm going to win them all now. And I'm like, sure, bud. He won Pocono that year, 500-mile. He won Indy the next year, 500-mile. And I think he won Pocono. I think he won 3 500-mile races in a row after that. So that experience is so, so important. So even though the Marcus Armstrongs and the Christian Rasmussens and Linus Lundqvists of the world have more IndyCar and open wheel experience, I just think regardless of what team he's on, he's obviously on a very good team. Kyle's performance is
and
tough
talking
to
to him about the difference between, and this is sad to say, but Cup cars have gone on a trajectory like this in terms of performance and capability and cornering speed and grip and performance, and we've done this. And so actually this is the closest intersection that it's ever been at.
It's a great point.
In terms of like, he's like, yeah, it actually feels like the balance in traffic and everything is pretty much the same. It's just happening at a slower speed. But like these cars now get so light in traffic, and there's the front wing's so poor, and honestly the right front tire is so poor. He's like, it actually behaves a lot like a heavy Cup car with no aero anyways when you get kind of 4 or 5 cars deep.
That's
so
so
there's not a
fascinating.
lot of
Yeah.
unfamiliarity. Like the big thing for him was Fast Friday. Like everything before that point was pretty benign. Fast Friday was like, okay, that's something pretty wild. And as much as he was playing fairly cool throughout qualifying, like he came up to me into the Fast 6 and he was like, I'm so happy this is the last one. I was like, same.
Dude,
Like it gets, by the end, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
it's funny. I'm sorry we didn't talk about this earlier, but like, I want to talk about that a little bit. I was working with Kyle. Like, we have on the NBC side interviewed him too much, just quite frankly, too much. And he's been
I didn't
very
know he was
gracious.
doing this race, but yeah.
Yeah. Very gracious that he's given us that much time. But what was fascinating is all of his interviews up to this point have been kind of like, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, no. And like I've learned that this is kind of just where Kyle operates, right? Like
That's
he's
not just for the camera. It's
Right.
in briefings.
No,
too.
and that's the thing. He is the most honest guy ever.
Yeah.
So like when someone says, "Oh, well, how cool was it to turn up the boost and blah blah blah," drivers are kind of programmed to be like, "Yeah. I mean, it was awesome. It was so much faster." Blah. And he was just like, "Yeah. I mean, it was. You didn't really feel it." It's like, man, you're killing me here, bro. Like, give me something. And he's like, "Oh, your rookie orientation, how was that?" He's like, "Yeah, it was, it was fine. It's fast, but it's all right." Okay, Fast Friday. No, yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, I didn't really, he was giving us nothing, man. We were interviewing him like every 17 minutes, it felt like. And then at one point in qualifying, we interviewed him, and he was like, I'm so glad this is my last time doing this.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that, like, again, he showed no emotion, but what he said was like, okay, finally you are on the same page as everybody else here. So, like, from your standpoint, where you've been alongside him, you've been in engineering with him, what's, like, have you seen a lot of progression from him? What's kind of been your opinion of how he's handled the month?
Well, he hasn't had to progress because he is legitimately one of the best race car drivers on the planet. So, like, he's been doing everything right from the beginning. It's really the nuanced stuff that you're trying to help him get up to speed on. But he doesn't need help. Like, he's got it pretty figured out. So he very much can win.
Say, does Kyle Larson have a shot at winning the Indy 500?
100%.
Well, I mean, he's going to win it, so there's
Yes.
zero.
Right.
But, like, he has a chance, theoretically.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
I just hope everybody has a good time.
I hate you so much. Anybody else? Final questions before we call it a day here in the best suite in all of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you so much for having us, Alex. Genuinely, thank you for making the time to come out. I know you got a lot going on this month, this week, today. Tim, what's up? Again, big round of applause for Brent Cox and everybody here at Front Stretch Motorsports Hospitality for your huge day today. And we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Well, 20 minutes.
We'll see you at Burger Bash, 20 minutes.
This has been Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Off Track is part of the SiriusXM Sports Podcast Network. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, please give us a 5-star rating and leave a review. Subscribe today wherever you stream your podcasts. We're at Ask Off Track on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow us on Twitter individually, I'm at Hinchtown, he's Alexander Rossi, and if you want to follow Tim, though we have no idea why you would, he's at the Tim Durham on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel for exclusive video content. Off Track is produced by Tim Durham, and by that we mean Tim.